Hello and welcome back to Euro Football Daily, where today we're looking at 10 players who surprised us all and rejuvenated their careers at Euro 2020. Let's get into it. 10. Patrik Schick. By no means a bad player, Patrik Schick's 2017 move to Roma at 21 should have been the move to put him on the world stage. Coming off the back of a season that saw him Sampdoria's joint top scorer with Luis Muriel in a team containing Lucas Torreira and Bruno Fernandes, the Giallorossi were hoping for an improvement of his 11 league goals and an heir to Xherdan Shaqiri. But alas, by Euro 2020, Schick had been moved on 2 more times, first to RB Leipzig, then to Bayer Leverkusen, and has never beaten his league tally at Sampdoria. In his time in the Bundesliga, the Czech hasn't underperformed, with 0.69 goals per 90 with the Red Bull side and 0.43 at Leverkusen this season. Better than Aubameyang and Gabriel Jesus, but has flown under the radar and become somewhat forgotten. Schick has now written himself into European Championship folklore, scoring 5 goals in as many matches, the same as his whole league tally with Roma, including a near 50-metre screamer against Scotland, the longest distance for a goal in the Euros. Unlucky to not receive the top goalscorer award, being tied with Ronaldo, Schick can rest assured that he won't be under the radar anymore. 9. Pablo Sarabia. Having learnt his trade at La Fabrica, Sarabia only managed 18 minutes for Real Madrid before moving to Getafe. Solid performances earned him a move to Sevilla, and in 2019, after joining Messi at the top of the assist charts with 13 and scoring a further 12, joined PSG for over 20 million euros. His time in Paris has been a disappointment though, managing 250 minutes less in his 2 years there than in his prolific final season at Sevilla. He hasn't achieved more than 10 league goal involvements in either campaign too, something he had easily achieved in the previous 4. From being behind only Messi and Suarez for goal-creating actions in La Liga to being 81st in this metric last season in Ligue 1, Sarabia looked past his peak. But he's managed to show his class once again with 2 goals and 2 assists in only 252 minutes, helping Spain beat their record of most goals in a single major tournament with 13. His clinical form was exactly what the Spaniards needed in their semi-final clash against Italy, and if not for an unfortunate injury picked up against Switzerland, we could have seen a completely different outcome. 8. Thomas Meunier. Belgium's golden generation seems to be coming to an end, and although Lukaku and Kevin De Bruyne are at the top of their game, a simple look at the Red Devils' defensive options coming into this tournament certainly cast doubts over how far they could progress. Having moved from PSG to Dortmund in 2020, he shared most of his first season rotating with 21-year-old Mateu Morey. Unable to put a stamp on the right-back slot, the 36-year-old Lucas Piszczek even started over him in the DFB Pokal final. Safe to say that Meunier further added to these doubts. But as a wing-back under Martinez, Meunier proved his doubters wrong. He provided a goal and 2 assists, more than his total league output for this season, and had a better goals and assists per 90 record than teammate Lukaku. He provided the most crosses in the squad, tied with KDB, and had the second most interceptions. Next season, we may well see Dortmund utilise his abilities further up the pitch. 7. Emil Forsberg. Another player that went under the radar heading into the tournament was Sweden star Emil Forsberg. The RB Leipzig midfielder is regularly rotated for the German outfit, failing to start more than 20 games in a Bundesliga season since 2016-17, often being used from the bench. The 2021 season did provide more opportunities for the 29-year-old though, as he made 41 appearances in all competitions, his highest yet. 7 goals and 4 assists helped Leipzig secure second place, their joint best league finish. A solid season then for Forsberg, yet no one anticipated him being one of the standouts at the European Championship. The playmaker scored 4 goals in 4 games, becoming the first Swedish player to hit that tally at a single Euros, and the former Malmo man was a constant threat, taking 3.5 shots per game, 4th best in the competition, and completing 2.5 dribbles per 90, the 5th highest and above the likes of Pogba and Ronaldo. Despite suffering a dramatic extra time defeat to Ukraine in the round of 16, Forsberg scored and hit the woodwork twice, cementing himself as Sweden's star performer this tournament. 6. Xherdan Shaqiri. From one 29-year-old to another, Xherdan Shaqiri continued his superb record in major competitions for Switzerland this summer. The Liverpool winger has scored at the last 4 tournaments, netting 8 in total, making him the nation's top scorer on the big stage. And this summer, he matched his best tournament tally with 3 goals, playing a key role in his country reaching the quarter-finals, the furthest they've ever gone at the Euros. His best performances came against Spain and Turkey, scoring 2 excellent goals in the latter with his 7 shots a game high. The former Stoke man also grabbed an assist against Wales and in 5 games averaged an impressive 2 key passes per 90, above the likes of Bruno Fernandes and Toni Kroos. A huge contrast in form when compared to his numbers at Liverpool, where he played just 551 minutes last term, having not scored in the Premier League since 2019. Shaqiri's performances this summer were a reminder to all that he still possesses great quality. 5. Andrey Yarmolenko. One of only 2 Ukrainians to currently play in the Premier League, Andrey Yarmolenko had a terrific tournament following a disappointing season at West Ham. He opened his account at the Euros with a stunning strike in his nation's first game against the Netherlands, a beautiful curling effort from 25 yards. A man of the match display against North Macedonia followed, where he assisted and scored in a crucial 2-1 victory. In total, the former Dortmund winger contributed 4 goals, putting his overall tally at major tournaments to 5, which is a joint Ukraine record with Shevchenko. The 31-year-old has a lethal left foot, and his 2 shots per 90, the same as Harry Kane, and his 1.4 chances created per game helped Ukraine get as far as the quarter-finals. This all came following a frustrating season in East London for Yarmolenko. The Dynamo Kiev legend made just 15 appearances in the league, starting just once and contributing a solitary goal. Injuries and the superb form of fellow forwards Jesse Lingard and Jared Bowen did not help the Ukrainians' cause. With 1 year left on his contract at West Ham, an impressive Euros has got plenty of clubs pondering a move. 4. Giorgio Chiellini. With 12-1 odds coming into the tournament, Italy were dark horses for some, but having not lost a game since September 2018, a streak that painfully for England still continues, and Roberto Mancini at the helm, maybe they deserved more respect. And at the heart of this team has been the evergreen Giorgio Chiellini, who at 36 hadn't won the Scudetto for the first time in 10 years, and the season before suffered a cruciate ligament rupture that saw him only play 203 minutes of football. But at Euro 2020, the Italian captain proved that age is just a number. He was one of only 4 players in the tournament to achieve a 100% tackle success rate against dribblers, whilst playing more minutes than the other 3. He managed the most clearances in the Italy squad, as well as a 92% pass accuracy, just behind Verratti. The 4th oldest player at the championships, Chiellini hushed his doubters on his way to become the oldest ever Euro winning captain. 3. Kasper Dolberg. It's fair to say that the 2021 season was not particularly kind to Nice forward Kasper Dolberg. The 23-year-old contracted COVID, suffered appendicitis, and bizarrely had an expensive watch stolen mid-game by a teammate. It's unsurprising then that his performances on the pitch dipped drastically. In 2019-20, the former Ajax man had an impressive debut campaign in the southeast of France, bagging 11 goals in 22 starts, comfortably topping the club's scoring charts. But last term's numbers told a very different story, with the Dane scoring just 6 in 29 games, with 2 of those coming from the penalty spot. Thankfully for Denmark though, this form did not translate onto the international stage, as the youngster was excellent when called upon. Benched for the first 2 games, Dolberg made an instant impact in his first start against Wales, scoring twice in a 4-0 drubbing, the first Dane to score a brace in a major tournament since 2012. He followed this up with the decisive goal against Czech Republic in the quarter-finals, before his nation were knocked out by England in the semis. An integral part of Denmark's heroic efforts, the Nice number 9 has shown he's more than ready to get back to his best next season. 2. Granit Xhaka. The second Swiss player to make our list, Granit Xhaka saved some of his best performances for Euro 2020. The 28-year-old was pivotal to Switzerland's progress, as they reached the quarter-finals, knocking out world champions France in the process. It was in this game that Xhaka truly shined, providing an assist and completing the most passes on the pitch. The Swiss captain impressed throughout the tournament and was positive in his play, completing 8.1 passes into the final third per 90, only bettered by 5 other midfielders in the competition. Named in ITV's team of the tournament, not many predicted his resurgence, following another inconsistent season at the Emirates. Despite a decent run of form in the latter stage of the season, Xhaka's Arsenal career has been marred by numerous mistakes. Since the start of 2016-17, the Gunners made 8 errors leading to goals, more than any other outfield player in the Premier League. Redemption at the Euros has restored some pride for the former Basel man and should increase his value in Roma's pursuit of the midfielder. 1. Jordan Pickford. After enduring an unspectacular season with Everton that ended with a 5-0 thumping at the hands of champions Manchester City, there are a section of England fans that were calling for Dean Henderson to start as England's number 1 instead of the former Sunderland stopper. That argument was put to bed with the unfortunate injury to Henderson though. The question loomed as to whether Pickford was good enough for England to succeed. During the 2021 season, he saw himself further his reputation as an error-prone stopper, being the only player in the league to manage more than one error leading to a goal with 4. He made the 12th most saves in the Premier League, with England teammates Johnston and Ramsdale taking the number 1 and 2 spots respectively. Pickford also fell behind in post-shot expected goals, suggesting that England's number 1 was either not performing to the same level or simply unlucky. But in the tournament, Pickford was near faultless, only conceding 2 goals all tournament and saving 2 penalties in the final. During this run, he managed to beat the England all-time record for consecutive scoreless minutes, with 721, pipping Gordon Banks by a single minute. With Pickford a strong factor in England's first final since 1966, and his evident talent for penalty shootouts, there should be no questioning who should be in between the sticks come 2022. And that's all we have time for today, but do you agree with our list? And is there anyone we missed out? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, do give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more great content. Bye for now.